Yo, hey, Tarale's Corner is back. Back in business finally. Took a little hiatus. Man, it's been a minute. Been busy though. All right, let's get right to it. I ain't got too much time. I'm tired. I want to get this over with. So it's the day after Christmas. So it's December 26th. I hope all y'all had a good Merry Christmas yesterday. I did. Hey, hung with the family. A lot of family. God, there's a lot of family. Small house, a lot of people. You know how that goes. It gets hot quick. Had to open the windows up in there. But man, the food was fire. Good home cooked food. It's been a while for that type of food though. Let's see. Saw a lot of people though. Good people, good family. Haven't seen in a while. Needed to. Man. And missed some too though. You know, cause we all getting older, we all got our own separate families too, so we don't all go to grandma's house anymore. It's a big difference when you get older now. But we had a good time. Had some good food. Kids were bored though, because all the other kids their age didn't show up. Yeah, that's because they got their other families too, and then some of them got sick. They weren't allowed to leave the house. They're like quarantine garbage right now. So my kids are bored, but I mean, what do 13 and 14-year-olds do anyway? Sit on their damn phones. TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube. I'm on YouTube now. What else is for them to do? Anyway, so they didn't want to go outside and play like we used to, or we used to get kicked outside. Get your ass outside. Stay outside till it gets dark. But it was all in good fun. We had a good time yesterday. Then I went to see my other side too. So my grandma's good. She's in good spirits even though she's going through crazy dialysis right now. Getting back healthy, all the motor skills functioning, everything is good. That's a good thing. Hey, prayers for the good health. We all need it. Ooh, I know I need it. Man, I was sick last week. But I got over it pretty quick. The only thing is I can't run on this foot to go to the gym and run my sickness off like I used to. It sucks. So now it's been lingering a little bit, but I'm getting over it. All right, but I want to go with this story. I don't know why the hell I thought about this today, but this was 1995. Man, 94, 95. I can't remember. One of those years. But it was our 8th grade year travel basketball team. Woo-wee. And this was probably the first ever Aurora travel basketball team ever. And then we had 2 coaches that were officers. They were both black guys. Cool coaches. Sometimes we didn't think they didn't know what they was doing. But I don't know. But that was a long time ago. They tried. Hey, they helped us out too. But we had a tournament, and it was at NIU, Northern Illinois University, in a small town of DeKalb. Even back then in 95, it was even smaller than what it is now. Not the town size, but just nothing in the town. Absolutely almost nothing, unless if it was connected to the school. So we had a tournament out there. It was I guess a huge travel team tournament. I don't know how many years it was in succession or anything, but it was our first year going, our first year ever hearing about it. For us, it was enlightenment because we've never played like tournaments away from home that often when we were kids like that. We didn't have any travel teams. You know, Aurora was poor back then, and a lot of gang banging going on. So kids had to choose either go make some money, sell some drugs, join a gang, or play some sports and be as poor as you can be most of the time. And sometimes most kids chose a simpler choice. But so a lot of us chose going to basketball. But man, we went out there, we was happy as hell. You get a bunch of 7th graders and 8th graders going to a hotel room for a weekend and playing basketball every day. And it was fun. I don't know how the hell my mom afforded it, but I'm glad she did. It was a great experience. And I'm grateful she did. As broke as we was, and I know she was struggling. So, but hey, we made it through. Alright, so we get to this tournament and check in, everything good. First thing we do, what do kids do? Where the pool at? We ain't thinking about nothing else. Where the pool at? So I think that was the first thing we did, but it's been so long, man. That's been over 25 years ago. Man, I'm getting old. So we went straight to the pool, and then us kids, acted a fool. We didn't get kicked out of the pool. We weren't that dumb. We had a little good time, We had some sense. And then plus we knew that our coaches were officers. They would have kicked our ass and took us back home if we messed up. Or who knows, So taught us some type of lesson. But probably after the pool, we went back, chilled out for a minute, ate, and then so we had a choice. Yep, I remember what movie was out. Can you imagine this? I remember we had a choice. We could either go see Major Payne at the theater. That's how old we are. That was when I was in 8th grade. Whoo-wee. Major Payne came out. We could either go see Major Payne or stay at the hotel and just get pizza. But a lot of us stayed at the hotel because they don't know, as NBA Live 95 came out that year. So we was all in the room playing a video game all night. That's what we wanted to do. So a bunch of us stayed. We were back and forth to each other's room. Whoever had the video game, we was like, I got it next, I'll be back. You know how that goes. So we was basically just burning the game up all night over there. Live 95. And then all the other kids were like, came back, man, y'all should have went. Major Payne was funny. Like, so what? We was playing Live 95, the new stuff. All the basketball players from back then. I think except Barkley or something. I don't remember. There's a few players that weren't on there. They didn't want their name on on the game system. But that's what boys do, right? So it was 2 basketball teams, 7th and 8th grade. 2 coaches, both officers. I don't even remember if one stayed. I think they both went to the movies and just left us at the hotel. They knew we weren't going to do anything stupid, though. We were good kids. Most of us. But so then it gets late into the night, later on that night. I mean, the coaches didn't give us a curfew. They didn't care. It was like, look, y'all have fun, just don't do nothing stupid. Stay in the rooms. So we was back and forth to each other's room all night. Once we kind of found out either coaches left, I don't remember if they left or went to sleep. Or they acted like they was asleep, but they wasn't. So I don't remember if they left or went to sleep. But we figured we had some freedom. So our freedom was to go to the, I guess we call it the little kick it room. I don't remember if it was a video. No, wasn't no video game in there. This is where we just went to kick it and talk shit and joke around. Talk about each other the whole night. Talk about each other's mamas, daddies, how broke we was and how terrible your shoes are, the holes you got in your shoes. This was back then. And then the other thing we was doing, we was playing craps. It was a bunch of us. But this was, only the 8th graders. I don't think any 7th graders were in there. So it was just us 8th graders in there. Mind you, we only 12, 13? And we playing craps for money as kids. That's funny now that I think about it. I didn't think about it back then, but now I think about it. Man, we was wild. Not wild, but wild enough. We was playing craps. Playing craps. Lose $1, $2 here and there. Then go play Live 95. Come back, play a couple games. go back to the video game. We was doing that maybe till about 1 in the morning or something like that. Something like that. Wasn't too crazy. But then everybody was like, you know what? I think it's time to get out of here. Yeah, it's getting kind of late. We had to get up in the morning. I think our first game was at like 10 or 11. It wasn't too early because it was a huge tournament. We was going to have like 4 games in one day or 5 games in one day on the college court. So it was a lot bigger than the middle school court, especially the little one we played on. Ours was smaller than most courts. You know what? Smaller than all the courts. So ours wasn't even regular middle school size basketball court. So a bunch of us, well, all of us left except for 2 guys. One was a black guy, one was a Mexican guy. Come to find out years later, the Mexican dude was my cousin. But he got put on the team last minute because we needed some extra players. They stayed in there playing craps. And then I was in the room next door. I forget who my roommate was that time. I think it was Q. I can't remember, but yeah. Oh, man. But you know what? Yeah. So, dude, we was out there kicking it. Well, we was next door. We had the game console because Q had it, I think. I think it was in our room. I can't remember. But we was next door. So we hear them not the whole night, but as soon as we left throwing craps, talking about, yeah, give me that money, yelling at each other. Craps! God damn it! All this. Losing money, winning money, losing money. Both of them back and forth, back and forth. I don't know why the hell the coaches put them together. But I guess they didn't know. So they planned for a while yelling at each other. And we don't know if it was the maybe room service or somebody else in the hotel on our floor complained or something on them. So next thing you know, it was about me and my roommate fell asleep. We wake up to boom, boom, boom. Get your ass up. But not to us. We heard it through the walls next door. The coaches broke into their room, woke their ass up at about 3 in the morning. And was yelling at them. So me and my roommate had our ear to the wall, listening. Our coach was going off on them. Y'all dumbasses out here playing craps. Y'all 8th graders. At a big tournament, y'all supposed to get, some kind of publicity for yourselves and for your city. They was going off on them, going in on them. We was laughing. We was like, oh, they finna get it. They getting in trouble. They gonna be running tomorrow. They was going off for a while. We fell asleep before they even stopped cussing them out and going off on them, man. We was laughing. Mind you, it's both coaches, and they was, mind you, we 8th grade, so we small, we skinny, we little. They looked huge. They wasn't that big, though. It was just back then. So now, mind you, we get up, all of us, in the morning, get up 2 hours early. Well, 3 hours early or whatever. Go get a little continental breakfast. And then I can't remember if we all went out to eat together or ordered sandwiches or something. I can't remember exactly how that went, but next thing you know, we was all together. We was like, yo, where them other 2 dudes at? I ain't saying their names. I won't say their names on record, though. Everybody was like, yo, where they at? Where they go? Coaches wouldn't tell us nothing. Like, where they at? What the hell happened to them? Then me and my roommate Q looking at each other like, huh? So we find out, I guess, maybe an hour before game time or something. We at the school. We was walking around the gym, just doing a little viewing tour, because we never seen the inside of a huge gym like that before. So it was just something new, something that we could experience as 8th graders. A college gym, a real college gym where they seat I think and I use about 20,000 maybe. It's not that big, it's pretty small. So maybe an hour before our game, we go to change and start getting ready. The coach is like, y'all sit down. gave us a little speech and was like, hey, we took them two little badass roughnecks home at about 3 in the morning for playing craps. All of us look at each other like, woo. We was all in there. We just happened to leave and went back to our rooms to go to sleep and just missed the kick out. Man, it's funny how we all just stopped and looked at each other. Once they said that, put our heads down, look at each other. I think the coaches knew that we was all in there. They probably just waited till we all left. I think they knew. They just didn't want to say nothing. But it was funny though. But then about the experience, man, it was the experience of a lifetime. First time ever Aurora had a traveling team. I don't even remember if we won a game, came close to winning, lost by a lot, won. I don't know. We didn't win the tournament, but we had to at least won one or two games because we played on the main floor more than once. So the main college NIU gym floor. So we had to win at least once or twice. But I know we didn't win. We got some of those certificate after, like, man, we don't want this trash. We didn't win, we don't want it. So, and that is to say that story is, man, we was growing up way too fast. These kids have no clue what the hell we used to do and what we used to see growing up. Not a clue. And they never will again, because now they just all sit at home on their phones with no experiences besides watching other people experience it. And mostly dumb adults making funny videos and showing that stuff. But they don't see the stuff like we did live and in action. When we go around the corner, see people playing craps at the little corner store, little bodega store in the neighborhood. They will never see that again. Not out here anywhere, and not in most cities anymore. Everybody want to sit at home on their phone, all these kids. That's why I like to take my kids' phones. Give me your phones, get outside, do something. What do you want us to do? Figure it out, damn it. Stop being scared to think of something different instead of sit in the house. And then to think about that too is, I think I was maybe 10 years old when I was walking home from school. My mom never knew this. She gonna know now. I used to save up all my money and go to this neighborhood hood house where these adults, but they knew my family, so they used to let me go to the back. And they used to have crap games. They used to let me in. I was playing craps with adults while I was like 10 years old in the backyard. I'll win some money here and there, lose some money here and there, but they would let me in, let me play. I used to save my money up just to go over there and play at least once a week sometimes. I think I was what? 3rd, 4th grade? Maybe 5th grade. I don't know, I was young. Man, I was young. I couldn't believe it. I was that young. Going over there playing craps with adults. That didn't make no sense. That was ridiculous. What in the hell was I thinking? And shoot. Guys over there had guns on their hips. But it was normal. Definitely normal to me. Not normal to these kids now. Not normal. I don't know why I thought about that. I was like, man, let me just talk about this today. But those were experiences I will never forget. And I know everybody on our team and our 8th grade traveling team will not forget that. Because everybody on the team can name those two dudes' names perfectly right now and say exactly who they are. I know I can. I won't forget them goofballs. And at least one of them is my cousin anyway. So, but then the other one went kind of crazy. Really crazy. But maybe we'll talk about that later. Somebody slipped him some stuff and messed his brain up pretty bad. But, and then continue it. Why in the hell was I being allowed to go to a backyard full of grown men playing craps that was having guns on their hips. Mind you, they was gang banging, but they knew the family. Some of my family was in that mess too. Hate to say it, but it was real. Not me though, but I was always around them and welcome with open arms for some reason. But I always told them, hell no, I'm not joining nothing unless it's a basketball team. They figured that out. Oh man, those were some good old days in the neighborhood, and a lot of people in the neighborhood know exactly what house I'm talking about. They know exactly where it's at. They can say what streets it's between exactly right now, because the same family still lives there. They ain't going anywhere. Now I still go there every once in a while because it turned into everybody in there is church family now. They're all church people. Proud of it. And I like it when I see them now. It's much safer. So, what else can I say? Oh, can't wait for New Year's. I'm not doing nothing. I'm staying in the house somewhere. I'm not going out nowhere. I'm gonna enjoy the time with my family. My kids, if they come, if I have them, 13, 14, they do what they want now. So, New Year's will be a family night. New Year's Day, same thing. Same as Christmas. Family all day long. That's about it. Oh, yeah. Well, it's been a wonderful year. I don't know if I'll get another one up before New Year's, but if I do, something drastic must have happened. But much peace and love. It's Tarale's Corner. And we out. One more time. Keep it short and sweet. Stories. Coming with a few more. Oh, pray, people. Keep the prayers alive. We all need it. All right. One love. We out. Peace. It's Tarale's Corner. Another one bites.